All right, welcome back to Chapter 6, Section 2, Solving Systems by Substitution. Now we're going to do the exact same thing we did last time, except when we are going to substitute, we're going to have a coefficient, and that coefficient means multiply. So this means multiply by 4, this means multiply by -5. There's a hidden 1 in front of here, so it actually means multiply by 1, which means leave it alone. This means multiply by -4. So we're going to see how we're going to handle that because the distributive property is going to pop up with this. But I'm going to follow the same steps. So my first step is to find one of these equations that I think is going to be easiest to solve for one of the variables. For that one, and that one, not only do I have to get rid of the other term, but I have to divide by 4, divide by -5, or divide by -4. This x right here, I have to get rid of this term, but I won't have to divide by anything. So I'm going to go for that one. X subtract 4y equals 11. And I'm going to add positive 4y to both sides. And I get x equals 11 plus 4 times y. All right, so I have x isolated, and this is the expression that equals x. So the next step, I'm going to take the other equation, not this one, but that one. 4y subtract 5x equals 9. And I'm going to replace this expression right here. That's why I use parentheses, because now I'm going to multiply. So the parentheses are not only grouping these things together, but it also shows me I'm going to multiply by the outside. And please remember, I've said this before, please remember you are learning the language of algebra, how we write these ideas. So this is absolutely nothing that you are born with. This is not a skill that people are born knowing. It's something that we teach. So please, if you are confused by anything, please ask questions in the discussion or during class or during office hours so we can help you out. Distribution, and you saw me do this in some of the problems in Chapter 5. I'm going to multiply -5 times 11. I'm going to multiply -5 times positive 4y. This 4y gets left alone for a moment. -5 times 11 is -55. -5 times 4y is -5 times 4, -20y. And the 9, that also got left alone. Alright, so now let's put these y terms together. 4 subtract 20 is -16. So I get -16y subtract 55 equals 9. Now I'm going to solve this for y. I'm going to add positive 55 to both sides. And again, I'm going to draw my line there. -16y equals 64. And then I divide by -16. Now you're probably thinking, I need a calculator. If you want to use a calculator, that's fine. 64 divided by -16 though, this is -4. So there's my first number. Whoops, move that up so you can see it. There's my first number, which is -64. Now I got to go back and find the x. Now, this is what's really important. Because I had to do something in the first step, this is not what I was given, even though I had to use it. I always go back to what I was given in the first part of the problem, okay? Not what I changed it to, but what you always go back to. So the next step, go with x subtract 4y equals 11. So start with the same one I started with, not that one, that one. And my y equals -4, so I got x subtract 4 times -4 equals 11. -4 times -4 is positive 16. I'm going to add -16 to both sides, and I get x equals -5. So it looks like my solution, xy, is going to be -5, -4. But I don't know if that's true. So I'm going to do my check. 4y subtract 5x equals 9. My y is -4, so 4 times -4. My x is -5. 4 times -4 is -16. -5 times -5 is +25. And -16 plus 25, same as 25 subtract 16, does equal 9. So that's a big check. If I get it the same with this one, I know I did it right. X subtract 4y equals 11. One more time, my x is -5. My y is -4. And 11 just stays over on the right side by itself. -4 times -4 is +16. -5 plus 16, same as 16 minus 5, does equal 11. So that is true. So make sure you watch that a couple times. And again, I will take pictures of this so that you can watch it, or so you can look at it on your own pace. Let's do another one, same idea. So between these two equations, which one should I start with? Neither one of them have the variable isolated. That, and that all have a coefficient that's not the hidden one. So I think I'm going to go for that y right there. So I'm going to start -2x plus y equals 8. And I'm going to add +2x to both sides and get y equals 8 plus 2x. So now I've isolated the y. Now I'm going to replace it into the second equation. So 3x plus 2y equals 9. And my y is going to be 8 plus 2x. So do 3x plus 2 times this, 8 plus 2x. So I took this and put it right there. Alright, now I'm going to do distribution to simplify. 2 times 8 is 16, and 2 times 2 is 4, so I get 4x. Three x plus 4 more x's gives me 7x. And let's just keep solving. The opposite of adding 16 is to add -16. 7x equals -7. Divide by 7 and I get x equals -1. So there's my first value. So now we go to take that value and put it back into my first equation right here, which is that one, not this one again. Always go back to what you were given, because if you make a mistake someplace, you won't catch it. If you made a mistake here, which I didn't, and that's always the problem with explaining this, because most times people don't make mistakes, so like it doesn't matter. But go back to what you're given in case you did make a mistake. So I got -2x plus y equals 8. And my x is -1. So -2 times -1 plus y equals 8. -2 times -1 is +2. And I'm going to add -2 to get the y isolated, and y equals 6. So my pair, my x is -1, and my y is 6. I'm not sure if that's the correct answer, so I'm going to do my check. -2x plus y equals 8, my first equation. And when I draw this line, notice that when I do this, I'm not going to put any more equal signs in anything. That's my equal sign for my equation. I won't know these are equal until I get them all simplified. I get -2 times -1 plus 6. Right here I've got 8. Note I did not put an equal sign because I need to work it out to see if they're equal. Putting the equal sign with the variables is correct because the variables have a relationship between them, like we've been saying the whole time, right? So in order to find xy pairs that make this true, I have to first choose an x and then figure out what the y is. This time I think I know that these are true, but I don't know yet, so that's why I didn't put an equal sign. -2 times -1 is +2, and 2 plus 6 does equal 8. So instead of putting an equal sign, I just put a check saying yes, that's correct. Go back to the next one. 3x plus 2y equals 9. So again, my x is -1, my y is 6. I don't know if that's equal yet to 9. I'm going to figure it out. 3 times -1 is -3. 2 times 6 is 12. And -3 plus 12 does equal 9, so that's a check. So I'll be doing more of these problems later in the guided practice problems.